Disclaimer: the content provided in this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. While we discuss topics related to mental health advice, life wisdom, and alike, the opinions expressed are personal views of the hosts and do not constitute professional, legal, or medical advice. We make no representations or warranties about the accuracy or completeness of the information discussed. Any action you take based on the information in this podcast is strictly at your own risk, and we are not liable for any losses or damages in connection with its use. Additionally, this podcast may contain discussions around addictions, substances, which are intended for adult audiences. We do not endorse any illegal activities. Please consult your local laws before engaging in any actions related to this content. By listening to this podcast, you agree that you are over the age of 18 or the age of majority in your jurisdiction and understand the terms of this disclaimer.
Welcome to the Balancing Forces podcast, where two opposites collide in the best way possible. One brings the fire,
the other keeps it chill.
But together we share life's lessons, hard-earned wisdom,
advice you can actually use.
Whether you need a fresh perspective or just a laugh, we're here to elevate your mind. So buckle up, because things are about to get real and
really funny.
Hey everybody, I just want to welcome in all the new people here. I see that we are starting to pick up in traffic and the views and everything like that. So I just wanted to say welcome, and I'm very proud of you for starting this journey for yourself. Just wanted to touch base real quick. This is Beans talking. I've been in a little bit of a rut myself emotionally reading this book, and some real good gut punches have come from it. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate your patience while I am working through this. I am going to just work on the chapters, and I'm going to have a new portion coming out of me being vulnerable and sharing my blog and my journaling points with you guys as I work through them. I can't very well put these chapters up and work through them at the same time, so I need to just focus on getting them out here for you guys, and then I'll do the hard work. So, with that being said, we are now going to head into chapter 16. Chapter 16, we are constantly being led to higher ground. I am of the absolute belief that the universe, the gods, God, higher power, the force, our own soul is always leading us to higher ground. I absolutely, absolutely believe that. I don't know the whys behind it, but I believe it. I believe the words Jesus spoke when he said, I have come that you might have life and have it abundantly. I really do. Whether you're an atheist or a total Bible banger, the calling of the soul in the universe itself is always leading us to greatness, exuberance, and abundance of life. Now, of course, we all want to take that to mean that God wants us each to have $1 million in the bank, a big house, a nice car, and a hot girlfriend or boyfriend, on top of a long, healthy life filled with great whiskey and lots of Oreos. But the nature of the spiritual journey is that the higher ground and the greater vistas the gods are leading us to are almost without exception nothing we can comprehend, not to mention plan in advance. They are of a flavor and vintage we never thought we could enjoy. Just as life changes us as we age, so does it rock what we experience as fulfilling and life bringing. But alas, this growth and change that we experience en route to higher ground and greater happiness never come easily or without pain. They never come without fear. They never come without being broken of our ideas of what we thought joy should look like. See, we so cling to that which is safe. We so cling to security, to that which is familiar, even if it stinks horribly. Familiarity breeds clinging. Clinging breeds inertia. But the soul will have its way. Your own soul will break you of this miserable half-life you've been living, even if your soul has to blow it up. Something in your soul calls out with your greatness and your true happiness, and it will be heard. And never underestimate the fact that the soul is far more powerful than the will. To desperately hang on to that which is familiar is easy. To destroy the will's grip on an unhappy path is heavy, hard work requiring sacrifice. The soul connects to the forces of the universe. I absolutely believe that. And the universe, or the gods, move heaven and earth to get you to let go, no matter how tight your grip, no matter what they must do. They long for your happiness. Never underestimate the fact that the soul and its beliefs are more powerful than the will and its abilities. The gods are like a great strength coach. Muscles are not built up by working out per se. When working out, you're actually tearing down the muscles, suffocating them, cutting off their supply of oxygen, pumping in ammonia and lactic acid. Thus, the workout is actually a breakdown. Growth occurs in the period of rest after the workout. But the hard work, the very hard work, the act of tearing down the muscle must be done in order to move the body to higher ground, greater strength. Growth is preceded by the breakdown. And as they break your grip, they are leading you up the side of the mountain to higher ground. Ever driven up the side of a mountain or to a significantly higher elevation? I have made many such drives with friends, girlfriends, or my children over the years. You start at sea level or a few thousand feet above sea level when entering the park or at the foot of the mountain. But as you drive your car up the mountain, as altitude increases, as you progress through the switchbacks, you occasionally see a sign that says scenic overlook. So you stop with the girlfriend, get out, and say, wow, this view is great, and take a few selfies, right? Then you pile back in the car and keep on driving up the switchbacks farther and farther. Eventually, you notice the car is getting a bit hot when you see a sign that says scenic overlook with services. So you stop, shut off the car to let it cool, use the bathroom, and go to the edge, only to proclaim, holy cow, this view is even better than the last one. It makes the last one look like crap. This is incredible. Then you hop back in the cooled car and keep on driving. Lo and behold, after another half hour of driving, you finally reach the summit. After parking and getting out, stretching the legs, and eating a sandwich, you walk to the grand overlook and exclaim, unbelievable! This view is greater than anything I could have possibly imagined. This makes that lower view look like crap. And the one below that look like crap too. The gods are forever leading us to higher ground and greater vistas. But alas, the inclination is to hold on to that which is safe, to forever tarry an overlook that is swell, but ultimately unfulfilling. The soul longs for more, even as the mind and the body tremble as the thought of letting go of that which is secure to move onward and upward. Of course, the simple fact of the matter is that if it doesn't scare the holy heck out of you, it's not your path. You have to go up the switchbacks of the mountain to reach the greater vistas, and the switchbacks at higher elevation are not for the faint of heart. If you are not scared, it's not real. It's not you, it's fake, contrived, chosen by someone else's voice, someone else's influence in your life, whether you're aware of it or not. If it doesn't scare you and pull you from some difficult new level of trust, it ain't you. And forever, life boils down to this notion of trust. Can the gods, the universe, the calling and providence of the soul be trusted? Can God truly be trusted? I mean, with your life? Really? Everything else gets burned off in the grand distillation of life, in the search for the deepest truth, and the remaining distillate is trust. It's not love, it's trust. Life is trust. Death is trust. Movement is trust. Silence is trust. Everything boils down to trust. Can you truly live in trust? Because the anxiety of your life is distrust. Things aren't working out, and I have to force things to happen to stay in motion. And the depression in your life is distrust. Things will never work out, or so many things haven't worked out that it's all gotten so heavy, and I find it increasingly harder to believe that things will turn. It is so easy to talk the Christianity or the New Age or the yoga spirituality jargon of trusting God or the universe. I believe in trusting God, I have faith, or I commune with the universal spirit, or I'm open to the guidance of my own higher power. Easy talk. But to do it, to live it well, that's a whole different matter. To live in a state of trust, total trust, is incredibly freeing, insanely difficult at times, demanding of great self discipline, and gratifying beyond imagination. However, taken even in just small doses, the life of a decreased fear driven living, increased trust, and movement towards higher vistas always yields wonderful fruit, sometimes immediately, sometimes in areas of your life that you were neither expecting nor even seeking. But the fruits do come. The greater the trust in the movement in the direction of your authenticity and truth, the greater the fruits. Knowing it and living it are two different things. It has been said that when we hear the truth, we know it. It resonates inside of us. It's as if we've always known it. but someone is reminding us that we've already know it. There is, at the same time, both a freshness and a, yeah, I totally get that. In that vein, the three words I hear most often in my spiritual counseling practice are, I know that, or I knew that. Often, what I'm saying to a client is quite new, but it resonates. Or in other cases, they actually did already know it, as in they had previously actually thought about it. Sometimes a client will even wave off what I am saying with a, yeah, I know that, Sven, especially if they have a bit of the know it all thing going on in their personality or the smartest guy in the room syndrome. Yet a client can spout all of the standard self help catchphrases, but still be in immense confusion, unrest, and/or inner pain. My response is always the same. Knowing it and living it are two radically different things, requiring two completely different skill sets and ability levels. Let's be really honest. If you're reading this book, seeking guidance and healing for your life, there are likely a few or many things you don't know and many things you know but are not living. This knowing it but not living it generally happens because you don't believe in the particular truths. It hasn't resonated deep inside of you. For when something does resonate, we can't help but follow it. It doesn't require some grand exertion of willpower. So when I encounter a client who isn't feeling it, or one who is convinced they have it all figured out, despite their obvious lack of having it all figured out, the necessary step is to help them both see and buy into the full import of given truth. Sometimes it requires rattling their cage a little bit to help them see their words are just words. And being confronted with our own inaction on something we claim to believe in often is the path necessary to get things going. It can bring a powerful shift in outlook and action. More often than not, the reason they are not taking action is because they are afraid of doing so, even when they acknowledge the value and the wisdom of the particular truth. And that fear is almost always the fear of what someone who has power over them will say or think. It is further testament to the simple truth that fear is far more powerful than the mere knowledge. Fear can halt all action, knowledge, and good intentions. And the only thing that has power over fear is trust in the calling of the soul and the accumulated pain that comes from fear. The absolute requirement for moving to higher ground of greater happiness and fulfillment is trust. Knowing it and living it are two different things. Journaling recommendations. 1. What is it you know but aren't living? 2. Who are you most afraid of? Whose words and influences are still controlling your life, keeping you clinging to lower ground in an unfulfilled life? 3. Who owns you? Song recommendation. Take a listen to Kyrie by Mr. While reading the lyrics, the sound is sweeping, high spirit 80s rock song. The message is strong, both a nod to the Christian sub-ritual of confession and forgiveness, and more importantly, a testament to the calling of the soul to go down into yourself and to the core of your existence and truth.
How awesome is this? This is going to be the book we're going to be giving away. It is an autographed copy as well. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, share this out with your friends. At the end of the series, there will be a giveaway for a copy of your own book. Thank you.